Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this week's episode of the iAgent's Advantage. This week, we will be talking about winning marketing in real estate with modern tools and support. I'm joined this week by Izaan, our marketing manager at Meridian Realty, and Amanda, our team leader, both very, very experienced people in marketing and with a breadth of knowledge of the real estate industry in general. So I'm really excited to delve into all of these concepts today. I want to start off by talking a little bit about, short form video and reels. Amanda, agents often struggle to get onto video, to feel comfortable in front of a camera. What kind of tips can you give them in that regard?
So I think the biggest shift that I've seen is when agents stop overthinking it. There's a tendency or a feeling out there that you need to be perfect and you don't have to be perfect. Authenticity will always outperform polish. So it's okay if you start messy in the beginning as long as you just start. You can start small. um People want to connect with real people, so don't focus on having a too highlighted reel. So you can start small, even if it's just maybe the day in the life of an agent. Perhaps it's behind the scenes or property walkthrough. Timing is also very important, so use trending reels as well. Music, that's something that performs better on all social media platforms, and they basically guide you on the platform, so they make it quite easy for you. um, I always recommend as well that you batch content. So shoot 3 or 4 or 5 videos when you feel that you're in the right headspace. It just takes the pressure off. You tend not to make as many mistakes as you want to or need to or try not to. And I've seen quite a few agents, especially in Cape Town, who has, they've started using reels. And I can see what a massive impact it's making on, they day to day. So they start. I know there's one specific agent. She started small, basically just showcasing her lifestyle at the beach. So originally it wasn't even property related. It was just a lifestyle. And over time, I noticed that her engagement completely tripled. So you can imagine the amount of leads that she's getting through her platforms. She's well known, and that's basically the power of showing up online.
So basically, authenticity before perfection.
Absolutely.
So, Izan, technically speaking, what makes a reel perform well in the algorithm?
So, with consumers having so much available information online, they are essentially bombarded with content. It is important that the first few seconds of your reel really stands out. It grabs attention and it piques interest. For example, if a viewer watches the whole video through or even re-watches the video, the platform sees it as favorable. Other elements that can also take that agents can take into account is the length of the video. So we're talking specifically about reels. 15 to 20 seconds are usually the sweet spot. Also the format, a vertical video, and it also needs to be in great quality content. I think if it's gritty, pixelated, viewers are not going to want to watch it. Something else to also take into consideration is the usage of hashtags, relevant hashtags in your niche market. In our point of view, it will be for real estate. So also 5 to 10 relevant hashtags in your industry. Another thing to also take into account is using keywords in your description. So say, for example, you are posting a reel with a property tour, or you want to do informative reels about buying your first property, mention that in your description. It makes the platform understand your content better, and it will have a positive impact in the algorithm. Another thing that I also want to mention, Amanda quickly touched on it, is the usage of popular sounds. So with these social media platforms, it's actually incredible. With Instagram and with TikTok, they have the Explorer page and the For You page, where you can use it as a search engine. What are the latest trending sounds? And there are hundreds of videos that pop up in regards to what's currently the trending sounds. That also helps. And then lastly, As an agent, you must ask yourself, is my content shareable? Is it something that I would want to share or I would want to watch? So just let your mind go, ask yourself that question, and have fun.
Thank you, Izaan. That's very informative. Actually, a lot of factors to take into consideration. And then, Amanda, next I want to talk a little bit about marketing on the property portals. Obviously, the big property portals all have their own algorithms that they run with. So, can you explain to us a little bit more in detail? What are the top factors to take into consideration to get that property listing the highest possible exposure on the portals?
Yes, absolutely. So I think it all boils down to detail and discipline. So you basically want to give as much possible information because property portals reward the listing for compelling stories, and then obviously if it's completed or fully completed. So high quality photos, high quality videos, well, photos not necessarily quantity but a variety, and full and well written property descriptions. Not necessarily just the specs of the property, but maybe also the lifestyle of the house or the area that you're buying into. Then I know we always make the location joke. But location really do matter. So property portals want to show clients out there what area are they investing in, where are they going to spend the next 20 years of their life. So always try and showcase or display your property address, locate or tag it to a specific area. It makes the world of difference. And I always try and add, nearby amenities, local hotspots, just as an additional, again, to sell the lifestyle that they are buying into. And then the other thing that is also very important is pricing. So realistically priced homes will always get the most engagement, always. So if you miss that mark, the algorithm will not forgive you that easily. So accuracy is very much key when you're pricing your property and want to get engagement on your listing and a higher ranking.
I think what's also important is the use of additional things like video and virtual tours and professional photography, because I know that all of the big portals add, considerable ranking factor if there is a video, for example, as part of it. So also something to consider.
Especially if you load it on the same day, that also boost your ranking.
Yeah.
So you can.
Okay. So Izan, is there a checklist that agents can use to make sure that they tick all the boxes in
Yeah.
terms of the ranking?
Yeah, so I don't know how much I want to share today and share Meridian's secret sauce, but advertising your property on the property portals really excites me. In addition to your digital marketing on social media and even your traditional marketing, how you present your property on the portals, it's crucial. Elements such as the right amount of photos. Are you using professional photos? Are you showcasing the entire home? For example, if it's a 3-bedroom home, show all 3 rooms. If it has more than one bathroom, show the bathroom, because as a potential buyer, I want to see exactly how the house looks. And as an estate agent, if you are getting that call for a viewing, that call is probably going to be a hot lead, because the information that is on the portal is readily available. Like you mentioned with the video, the multiple tour, if that is applicable to the home. So all of that comes into to play how your listing is being perceived. And then if you are using a title, the length of your description, you can use AI tools such as Gemini and ChatGPT to really write a compelling description. And then at Berlin Realty, we have a phenomenal team of VPAs. They are virtual private assistants, and they upload all of the listings on behalf of our agents. And they really provide advice and input on how to better the rankings for your property. Another thing that I want to very quickly touch on is the advertising capabilities on these platforms. In my opinion, if I was an estate agent, I would make it part of my marketing budget. It is an incredible investment to advertise on these portals. Not only does it look phenomenal from a branding perspective, but it boosts the rankings for a specific period. And we've heard
You're referring to featured listings and boosted listings
Boosted
and
listings,
links
yeah.
on.
Any advertising capabilities that the portals might have. I can honestly go into every single section in great detail. But for agents who haven't really um, dabbled in that, I would suggest finding out more and even doing a basic featured listing, even for 7 days at least. But there are many, many other types of advertisements that you can do that aligns with your selling goal at the end of the day.
Okay, fantastic. You mentioned AI tools like Gemini and ChatGPT. So, Amanda, I know that you've been experimenting with AI yourself. What tools are out there and what's currently working for agents?
Well, AI obviously did change the game and the way we look at the world, but the one thing that I really enjoy about AI is the fact that you don't have to be tech savvy to use it. So, of course, I think for me, like with a lot of other people as well, ChatGPT is definitely my go-to. You can, for example, upload property photos into ChatGPT and ask it to analyze the photos, and based on what they find, to write a compelling property description. You can ask it to write social media posts for that specific property. You can ask for, buyer feedback if you want to respond in a more professional manner. And I use it every day. I mean, it's my go-to. Um, I've also used it to create follow-up messages, to basically tweak feedback and brainstorm ideas when I get stuck. So it's basically like your own personal marketing manager in your pocket. You can tweak here and there, and you can have an actual conversation with ChatGPT, which is fantastic. I mean, I even thank them every now and again. Give me something that I really like. And then I've also started using it for lead gen. So I've asked AI to create scripts for me, and I played around with it. I mean, I use it now to reach new people and agents, and then also for cold and old past clients. So I know a lot of agents and people out there are scared of AI and where it's going, but I think it's important to note that it's not going to replace an agent. It's just a tool to help your day to day better and get stuff done faster so that you can focus on selling and making money.
Helps to make you a super agent. Izaan, how is the marketing team using AI in the background at the moment?
So it really helps us to be more productive, to get more done. Here at Marini Realty, we have a comprehensive marketing engine. We have marketing specialists, graphic designers, social media specialists, photographers, and editing teams. So it's a big engine that assists and help agents to really make their marketing material more engaging. So, with the use of specific AI tools such as Gemini, ChatGPT, and even photo editing tools, we as a team have become much more productive. We can get a lot more done in not a lot of time, and that helps us to give our agents a competitive advantage and to just work smarter and better as a team. So it honestly changed the world, and it's really exciting where it's going to in the future.
Absolutely. Amanda, we find that some agents have a little bit of a hesitancy to start using CRM systems. It doesn't always feel natural for them. What's your honest advice to them to make it work?
So I totally get it. People feel overwhelmed by a CRM, especially when they're not tech savvy. And I know you normally say the best CRM in the world is the one that you use, and I totally agree with you. I mean, it's 2025, we're in a digital space. So if you're not making use of a CRM, you are absolutely leaking opportunities. And you don't have to be your CRM guru. You need to just use the system on specific things that will help you now and going forward. And what I mean by that is you can start small by importing your database into your CRM. Log your follow-up reports. Tag your clients the right way. You want to know, who is this person? Where did you meet them? Why did you deal with them? Maybe they downscaled.
Quality in, quality out.
Correct. Maybe they downscaled and their daughter went to university. This was her first year. That's something that you want to add in there, because it basically allows you, and 6 or 7 or a year down the line, to pick up that conversation exactly where you left off. So they feel remembered, they feel important, and they will keep you at top of mind when they, you know, reach out to other people who might want to sell their home. And the other thing is also is to tie your personal goals into your CRM. So on a CRM, if you use it, you can track your income and what you're planning on doing. So I think the most important thing is not trying to be perfect on the system. Find key elements that'll work for you, that'll help your business now and going forward, and just stay consistent in your day to day. But most importantly, capture that lead the correct way and follow up, um, you know, as soon as you can. Log your follow ups.
Can a CRM actually help an agent to market smarter?
Yes, definitely. So with our CRM, for example, so if we have a matching, for example, if I can use that example of our internal CRM. So if you have a new buyer, that buyer is in your CRM, you can match that buyer with potential properties that you have in your system, but also with everybody else who's, or our Meridian agents within our ecosystem. You can check who has properties there as well. You can share that directly from the platform. You can use it for WhatsApp. You can use it for Facebook. So that way, you can reach people quicker with the right information that they want based on their needs. But then we also have a design element built into our CRM. So you can share that on Facebook again, WhatsApp, or directly to a client. And it just looks so much better with just a tick of a button. So there's no thinking behind it. You just need to do it. We have the tools, we provide the tools, you just need to use it.
Yeah. Very, very true. Ladies, I want to do a couple of rapid fire questions. So, Izaan, I'm going to ask you to answer first and then Amanda second. Let's start with one tool you can't live without.
Oh, it's difficult. Rapid fire, I would say ChatGPT.
My CRM and ChatGPT, I use them every day.
Biggest social media mistakes agents make?
Not staying on brand. I see this time and time again. If you can be consistent, but if you're sharing designs that are looking completely different from one another, it's defeating the purpose. So,
Okay, fair enough.
I would say treating it like a property catalog. People want to see you, not necessarily all of your properties.
Yeah.
They want to see your face, they want to hear your voice, and they want to connect to you specifically as a
variety.
Very good
and
point.
that full trust, obviously.
Okay, your favorite type of reel for engagement?
Favorite type of rule is property showcases.
Bloopers.
Bloopers.
It brings that human-like perspective, yeah. And you can connect with people. People love the engagement are quite high. But I also like the agent tips that I share. That gets quite a lot of engagement as well.
Okay. One thing that agents can do this week to get more leads.
Challenge yourself. I would say post a video online. Take us through a property tour. Take us through, give us some tips and tricks about what you've learned in real estate. Just do something different that you haven't done last week.
I would say phone past clients, not necessarily to ask for business, but just to check in. Now, if you use the CRM, you would have remained. But
That's a good one. The most underrated feature in the CRM?
I would say our design catalog.
I would say the ability to set reminders linked to tags.
Okay. Listen, if you're an agent looking to simplify your business and grow your brand, have a look at what Meridian Realty offers. I want to thank both of you for your incredible input. It's been wonderful to have this conversation with you this morning. And if you're not already done so, please subscribe to this YouTube channel so that you can get updates on next podcast. We will be covering a lot of interesting stuff. Thank you. Have a great day.
Thank you.